All right, so we just want to welcome everybody. We're going to have a quick conversation about IBN Highlands City's new project in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where they're putting together a resort of over 4,000 units. And we're going to get a tour of those units. So today we're going to actually start with a tour, and then at the end, we'll come back to the screen and we'll do a Q&A and answer any questions for anyone. So get your pens and papers ready to ask questions. And with that, I will kick it off to Kevin. So Kevin, you want to take it away?
Yes, I'm taking away. Right. Okay, so I'm Kevin, and my time now is a Saturday morning, 9 a.m. And my location is actually at the Genting Mid-Hill. So behind me, you can see there's two towers under construction, which is what we are right now selling to the market. And this is what we are doing now. For the one on my left-hand side, this is the Tower 2. And the other one on my right-hand side is Tower 1. And our superstructure now was fully completed. And we are now working with the interior renovation and progress. So you can see our weather today, even though it's very sunny, but our temperature over here in Genting right now is about 59 Fahrenheit. So let's have a look to our sales gallery, and then I will tell you more about our project and KL. So eventually, if any one of you haven't been visit to Kuala Lumpur, the temperature for KL itself is 77 Fahrenheit to 89 Fahrenheit. So over in KL, the weather is considered quite good. But when we are approached to meet you, our temperatures will be around 59 to 77 Fahrenheit. But if you are willing to enjoy more colder weather, you can actually go to the hilltop, and the weather will be like 50 Fahrenheit to 55.4 Fahrenheit. So this is the weather in Genting. So that's why a lot of people, or the tourism, come to Malaysia. They will take a chance to visit Genting once, okay, in their trip. So let's walk inside and show you our sales gallery. So we are walking in to our gallery, and this is the early morning to our gallery, and eventually our office hour is from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you will see we have no customer right now yet. Right. So before I continue, I share some information to you guys about the location. Right. So quick one. So over here, this is eventually at Kuala Lumpur, which is the Prince Court Hospital, Rahman University. This is the city center. From our city center to Mid-Hill, which means our project, this area, Mid-Hill, Genting, it will take you around 1 hour driving distance. And in Genting itself, from Mid-Hill to the hilltop, what we have Highland International Boarding School. We have Genting Strawberry Farm. Okay, we have a cable car outlets where most of our customers that visit Malaysia, they will visit our outlet because we have a lot of branded product, luxury product over here with a much more lower price. And we have a golf club here. And on top of Genting, we have the only one casino in Malaysia, in park and other facility, even though our concert in Malaysia, most of them are held in Genting because they have the largest concert place in Malaysia, as we say, the Star Arena, right? So, according to Genting unofficial statistics, okay, for the last year, Genting has eventually 30 million visitors visiting Genting, okay, at the year of 2022, where we divided the 30 million visitors into every day, there is 70,000 visitors visiting Genting and continuously, all right? But Genting itself, according to the Malaysia book record, they have the largest hotel complex in Malaysia, 7 blocks with 10,000 units. But their room is not sufficient, is insufficient to supply to the market. Why? The major business for Genting eventually is casino. So they reserve 60% of their room for the casino guests, and 40% of the room are leasing out to the family and friends who come for the premium outlet, shopping, family days, or what we say, theme park. So eventually on Malaysia long holiday or other countries school holiday, there's a lot of visitors that cannot rent or book a room from Genting itself. So this happened that all these customers are late to those Airbnb that operation right now in mid-queue. So what IBN going to do here? Okay, let's show you one of our projects. So I think some of you might have no idea with Malaysia property price, but let me give you an idea. So our project in mid-queue, our selling price was started from 210 US dollar, right? So we are going to build the second largest hotel complex in mid-queue. So among 21 acres of land, we were going to build 10 towers. And right now, just now you see, we have Tower 1 and Tower 2, which is under construction. And in future, we have Tower 3 and Tower 3A that we're going to launch on the next year. So this is phase 1, phase 2, convention center, phase 3, okay, Tower 5 and 6, phase 4, 7, 8, and 9 are phase 5, and Tower 10 are phase number 6. Okay. Why we're going to do a second largest hotel complex, and how we're going to do that is for all our 10 towers, we have signed the agreement with different 5-star hotel operator around the world to manage and to operate the hotel on behalf of our owner. So for Tower 1 and 2 will be operated by one of the 5-star hotel operator named Gloria, and they will operate which Gloria Hotel. Okay, it's a 5-star hotel, and our initial plan for the room is $86 per night. But some of them might think that $86 per night might be very expensive, but if you compare with the Genting room price for normal day, okay, Genting room price are actually for a 2-bedder, 1-bedroom room price, their pricing was starting at $75 to $86, but that is only a 3.5-star hotel. So for us, we are starting at $86 with a 5-star hotel standard. But this is the pricing for weekday only. How about weekend? So for the 2-bedder, 3.5-star in Genting, the price will slightly increase from $96 to $118 per night. So this is common freak happen in Genting. So same thing happened to Tower 3 and Tower 3A, which will also managed by Gloria, but they will come with another brand named Gloria Residence. Tower 5 and 6 will managed by a Middle East hotel brand. They are still finalizing which brand of a hotel that they were going to bring in, and this will under the Middle East style. Tower 9 will sign agreement with Sofitel. So Acro Group will take over 1 block from our project. So Tower 7, 8, and 10, we have still under discussion with 5 of the hotel operator, and we haven't planned to assign which hotel to which brand. So in the future, they might have more brand coming in. All right. Okay. So you might ask, how we're going to secure our customer okay, for this 4,000 room in our project. So first, as I mentioned just now, Genting itself, they have insufficient room provided into the market and their price is much more higher. Okay, so we were going to use the $86 per night with a 5-star hotel standard to attract some of the customer from Genting go first. Beside that, our convention center will be completed at the year of 2025. By the way, for Tower 1 completed at the year of 2024, this will complete at the year of 2025 with a total build out of 300,000 square feet, and we will fully utilize 80% of the place for convention center, multifunctional hall, meeting rooms, and team building place. So this convention center, according to our calculation, can fit up to 8,000 people, right? So try imagine if there is a Prudential Asian Pacific or the Prudential Worldwide annual meeting over in Genting. What is our planning here? So if there is a meeting here, in our planning or our mission, we want the parents to bring along their family member to Genting. The parents can eventually attend their meeting or attend their function over in our convention center, and the kids, okay, they can enjoy themselves over in Genting after the parents will finish off their work over in convention center. They can meet their kids over in Genting to enjoy their family day. Okay, this is what we're going to plan: work-life balancing. So meanwhile, you can work over here, and meanwhile, you can enjoy your family day, right? So this convention center will be held by IBN company, and we are not going to sell it. We will look for 1 to 2 operators to operate the entire place. Other than that, there's 20% of the space in this convention center. We will lease it to the F&B, food and beverage shop, or convenience shop to make our residents here, without leaving the place, they can fulfill their daily needs, right? So people might ask me, what happened if, Kevin, I'm come over from other country and I'm visiting Genting, but I have no transport for myself to Genting Group. So for Tower 1, 2, our hotel operator, they will have a shuttle bus service that can bring you to the Awana Sky cable car here. Then you can take the cable car all the way to Genting, right? Okay, so this is our introduction to our master planning, and I will show you one of our show flat in this building. So let's walk through. Okay. Look, so IBN was found in the year of 2016, and we have 4 projects in Malaysia, which the project that ongoing is the Highland City and the Bukit Bintang project. Green City will and the Bendong Eco Park will come soon or later. So any info we can keep update you guys if you are interested, right? So this is some of these impression design for these 4 different type of project. So some of you might think that this is this a residence unit or this is a hotel unit. So according to our design, this is a hotel room design which can fit tourism purpose and can fit this what we say the family and friend purpose. Right. Okay. Let me have a breath.
Yeah.
So this is type B, right? This unit is a dual key concept unit with a total of 896 square feet, okay? All this unit come with fully furnished. Have a look. So some people might think I'm going to buy a property in Malaysia. Okay, so for this house, the price will start from $220,000, and you no need to think of to buy any mattress, buy any wardrobe, buy any sofa. All these furniture are covered by the deposit, and you can enjoy 15-day free stay per year for 9 years time, right? So when I talk of this dual key concept, okay, so why this is dual key? I think some of you have stayed in a hotel before, and every hotel, some of the hotel room, they might have an interlink door. So this is one of the interlink door for this unit to separate this room and this room. So this is very flexible for the hotel to manage their client. So what they can do is they can rent this room at $86 per night, and they can rent out another room for $86 per night as well, or they can rent the both room to one family, but with their own privacy, okay, of this interlink door. Okay, so one of our best selling point is Malaysia. Why people always come to Malaysia have a short trip. Not only that Malaysia have a lower living cost standard among the country in Southeast Asia, but our country, we have a large scale of greenery, right, in Malaysia, especially in Genting. Genting is the only place come with large scale of greenery, come with good weather, and come with entertainment. So this is our balcony. So if this is a normal unit in Kuala Lumpur, okay, there is no balcony provided anymore, right, in KL City Center for the safety purpose. But if you visited to others project in Genting, their balcony only come to 3 feet, allow 2.5 to 3 feet. So you cannot maximize your view. But what we're going to do is we want the customer open up the balcony and you can enjoy the lush greenery over here, start up your mind of the day, or enjoy your time with your friend, right? This is the concept we want to bring to our friend, right? Okay, for tower 1, 2, bathtub is included. This is for you to check in your Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, but not to bath over here, right? So this is our 2-bedder, or what we call the dual key unit, okay, in our project. And this is one of the most famous best sales unit over in our project. So I have another 2 short flat at outdoor. It might need me to walk 5 minutes to the short flat, but I will stop the video for a while. When the time I walk through, any one of you from the deck, you can ask any question and I will try to answer you guys, right? Okay. Any question you want to ask, you can keep asking me. So when the time I walk through, I can answer you some of the question.
So if anyone wants to ask a question of Kevin, he's got a 5-minute walk to get to the other model units. Now's a good time. I also know if the audio broke up for you guys as well at one point, what he was saying is that towers 1 and 2 are going to be completed in the end of 2024. And the convention center is going to be started in 2025. That's kind of the segment that got garbled, at least for me. So if you're taking notes, that's what he was saying. Does anyone have a question for Kevin at this point while we're waiting for him to travel?
Could I get a driving distance from Genting Grand Resort Casino to the complex that Kevin is at?
okay, if like me, I'm not a fast driver. I'm not. Even though I like to drift on the mountain road, but it will take me like 15 minutes to on the driving distance.
Like one
1 5.
five? What? Wow,
Yes, you
very
can.
close.
Yeah, so it's a very close distance for you to drive over because from Q to Genting itself is not very far.
Okay.
Is
Right.
there a plan to have like a shuttle system to the casino from here?
Okay. For our place, you can only go for this what we say shuttle bus to the cable car, and then from the cable car you can actually reach casino only. So
Okay.
there's no direct transport to the casino because we want to sign this agreement with Genting, but this is still under discussion. Why we say so? Because even though Genting right now at the hilltop, they have a lot of land. They have plenty of land in Genting hilltop, and they are not going to build any hotel anymore because that is not their business. Because their hotel are free to their gold and platinum member. So IBN and Genting Group, we are in a win-win situation. We were going to build a hotel, and we will send our customer to the casino, and this is what they want.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah. Right. Any more question before I reach?
Yeah,
Sure,
real
I'll-
quick. I just wanted to find out the unit that we just walked through. You were saying that
All
it
right.
was 220,000, I think, US dollars. Is that
Yes.
just for the one bedroom part of it, or does that include the other side that had the door there?
Two both together. So that
Okay.
is actually one unit. So 220,000, you buy both unit with the 896 square feet in both.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
Did
So-
you see, Barry, the sign on the door said 2 beds, 2 baths, 896 square feet,
Okay. Yeah, I missed that.
and this
So
one will say the same.
so I reached another unit. So this is our smallest unit in our building, which is 753 square feet, and this is a 1 bedroom unit. So this is one of my famous unit because this is at the corner of every building, and you have a very good angle at the balcony, which up to 207 degrees. So let's have a look on this showroom. When you come across to the door, you have a mini bar at your right hand side. You have a living area with you, and your bedrooms are eventually at the left hand side. So what is the place over here? So it's like you and you check in at Twitter, say you are having your holiday in Genting. But at the same time, your friend might also in Genting, they might plan to visit you. And for this unit, you have a very good place for you to separate your room and your friends, and you can have your gathering here. So that's why this room is one of my famous. And from the balcony, you can even eventually enjoy your time with your friend and family with a huge balcony. So let's have a look or at the bedroom. Okay. So let's walk through. So even though our building is at oval shape, okay, but you can see our design, it will have no too many angle, and all furniture can be fit very suitable in the suitable manner, okay? But why we going to do this oval shape of building? Because we want the customer to maximize their enjoyment in the day. If like today, I'm looking from the unit of level 21 from the inside to the outside. Eventually, I can feel a very cold wind and I can enjoy my full view over here, all right? Even though up to that angle. All right, so this unit is the one who start from 210,000. So this is one of our cheapest unit in the entire project. Okay, so other than this, I will show you another unit, right, for family suite.
Was that an outdoor bathtub?
Oh yes, there is an outdoor bathtub here. Over here, all our unit come with outdoor bathtub. You see? Every unit. See?
Mm.
So at this angle, you can enjoy your maximized view from here.
Well, somebody's going to
Right.
enjoy the maximized view.
Yeah. So because I will show you the view later, you will see why I say so. Because our view are much more greenery and the weather here for Malaysian, because our country is a one season. We have only hot season. So that's why we quite enjoy on our weather. Right. So we go for the family suite. Okay. So one thing. So eventually for the hotel management in our place, all our clients are able to enjoy 7% rental return in guarantee for 9 years. So which means that like this unit, the type D, the smallest unit, 210,000 with the purchase price. After the units were completed and the hotel operator are coming for operation, every quarter we will pay the customer with 7% rental income guarantee. So example of 210,000, your rental per year will be 14,000, right? So this is another one of our unit at the corner. The size is 1,184 square feet, and this is a family suite for us. Okay, so let's look inside. So when you come in from this unit, there is some slightly changes. What you see now is a private kitchen for this unit, but after our deep consideration, we will make this kitchen into an open concept kitchen. Because why? This will make you feel bigger when you come into the unit. So what we're going to do, we're going to demolish the wall here. So from this angle, you can actually feel that these units are much more bigger. And for this unit, this is the only one unit we have dining area here. Okay, why we do so? Because like me, I'm a Malaysian. When I come to Genting, some of the time I might not plan to have food outside. Okay, I will buy some meat, vegetable, mushroom, and others, and I will enjoy hot pot with my friend or family in this unit. That's why this is much more suitable for family. And then why we have these units are come with a very big living area. When the granny or the grandpa are having their time with the kids, at least there is some place for them to hang out rather than just stay inside the room, right? Okay, so let's look at the master bedroom. So this is the master bedroom for that unit, right? So for this unit, you have your own private balcony. So you can separate your place and the others without disturbing each other, right? So this is a private balcony. Okay. Let's go to a second bedroom. So one thing about this unit is this unit, even though it's a family suite, but it comes with only one toilet. Why we say so? Because you only use this place for your morning brush your teeth in the morning, shower in the morning at the night time. Meanwhile, other time you will eventually at the casino or at the theme park. So that's why we only reserve a place for one toilet. And then this is our bedroom. So for this bedroom, you have a link balcony from here over to the living area. Okay, over here we can see closer to our Tower 2 and Tower 1. So in front of you guys, this is the Tower 2 and the other block is Tower 1, right? And your view will eventually in this area, this era. Okay. So before I end the whole presentation, so any question that I can assist, I can help. Any question that any one of you would like to ask? So that I
Sure,
can.
so as near as I can tell, what we've seen is, are they mostly two-bedroom type places with a wall in between that can be removed?
Okay, the wall cannot be removed because
No.
why?
But the
because we are not.
door, I meant to say
But
the door can,
The door, okay, eventually within this 9 years time, the unit will be operated by the hotel. So the hotel will not going to remove any door for this unit, all right? But after 9 years, and any one of you are thinking not to continue with the hotel service, and you might took back that unit for your own use, you can remove the door. Yes, you can.
okay.
But within the 9 years period, the door cannot be removed.
Okay, so it looks an awful lot like what you're buying is
Uh-huh.
a duplex. Two
Uh,
units.
Yeah,
One's-
for the type B.
one, and from the management's point of view, every one
Yes.
of these units will have two rental units. And the
Mhm.
income from the two rental units will be the 7%.
We will count by one unit, you see, as like this unit, the selling price will like 20 is this unit, like this 2 bedroom is from $250. Okay. So your 7% will count from the $250. But like the dual key unit, just now we saw type B, the selling price is $220, and the guaranteed return will count from the 220,000, but not for one or not from a single spread unit. It's count from the total price. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
So
Yeah.
Dick, it's being operated like you described. The hotel is going to rent each side out for $86 a night.
Yes.
But your investment is 220,000 and you're going to get a 7% return on your investment regardless of the per night fees.
Yes.
Is there
So
any
because why we do so? Because we want to guarantee the customer is a profit. You see why? Because for the hotel to operate, for the first year until the third year, normally they will make some losses. And from the year number 4 onwards, they might come into break even or making profit. So what we're going to do is the Gloria eventually are signing the agreement with IBN, and IBN will sign a property management agreement with the clients. So IBN will be in the middle, okay, to protect the benefit of the customer. So IBN and the hotel eventually we are forced under profit sharing scheme. So we are getting 70% of the net profit margin, and the hotel will getting 30% of the gross profit margin. But according to Gloria calculation, right, they can eventually make 10% net profit, and that's why we guarantee customer with 7% rental return for every unit. So we are in the middle to protect the customer benefit. If let's say we are going to have direct profit sharing scheme, if the hotel are making any loss, so that's why the customer are not getting any return on investment. That's why we are trying to in the middle to protect customer benefit. That's why we guarantee you at the 7% for the entire unit.
Okay, and so at the end of 10 years, let's say, theoretically, property appreciates, do we take
Yes.
advantage? Do our buyers take advantage of that appreciation?
Okay, let's say because you are buying at the 220,000 for that unit, So we'll guarantee 220,000 for 7 years only. Sorry, 220,000 for 9 years with 7%, even though it's appreciate or depreciate. So we'll definitely guarantee the 7% on the 220,000. So, but if let's say after year number 9, so you are reaching at the year number 10, but our agreement was end between the client and IBN. Okay, so what the client can do, they have to form up the community members, what we say, or the management company for themselves. The management company can eventually communicate directly with Gloria to have a direct agreement. So after 9 years, we will no longer involved in this operation. So you can eventually ask for higher profit sharing scheme from the client with the hotel, right? So we only
Okay.
guarantee 7% on what customer purchase. Okay, if there's this unit is appreciate or depreciate, it will not affect the return. Right? But one thing I have to share with you guys, if you yourself are going to buy this unit, and you buy on the year, you buy at the price of 220,000, but you only getting rental up to the year number 5, and you decide to sell it at the year number 6. So according to the agreement, you have to pay 1 year rental penalty to the hotel. So this is under our agreement. So if you auction yourself, you auction out from this agreement, you sell this property, so you have to pay your penalty for 1 year. But if you are not going to do that, after 9 years, you just bring back your own unit, and you can decide to continue with Gloria or not, or you can find any other hotel operator coming in under your community, right? So another thing is, if let's say you are going to sell this property to your friend, like I'm Kevin, I have this unit over here, and I decide to sell it to my relative Jason. So I have to pay my penalty, of course, and then but Jason, they think of would like to continue the hotel management. They will only continue under the scheme of profit sharing with 70-30, but no guarantee return anymore. So this is the some of the term and condition under this investment scheme.
Okay, so then at the end of 10 years,
Yes.
I'm not going to renew. Do I get my money back, and you borrowed the money for 10 years to fund your project? And what, other than the 8% or whatever, do I get anything if they sold it to somebody else? Who does the money go to? To me or to you?
All right. If let's say I have an example, if I bought this unit, 220,000 US dollar. So after 10, at the year number 10, I sell it to Jason. So I sell it at the price of 250,000 US dollar. The 250 US dollar will come to me, but not come to the developer. Because why? When you bought this unit, right, at the 220,000, we will sign a sales and purchase agreement, okay, from the developer with the customer. I mentioned that I sold this unit to you, and we have a unit title. In Malaysia, we use title, or another word, you grant. I know I might not sure that what is the word that used in US. It's a piece of paper that has a unit detail, say this is what is the unit, and this unit is under the client name. Like this unit is bought by me, it will sell under Kevin's, and then I hold the unit. So eventually, when I'm going to sell the unit to other people after 10 years, so this piece of paper, I need to change. I need to submit back to the land office. They will change to the new sale progress. Yeah, it's like a sale progress.
So basically, we call that a deed, Kevin.
All right. We call it a deed. But in Malaysia, we're using title. We are using what we call this? We have a master title and we have a strata title. Yes, Malaysia will use a strata title. The
Yeah.
word of strata title. So
So
every one unit they have different title.
Dick,
So
did
this
that
unit is
answer your
belong to you.
question?
Pardon?
Yeah,
Are you good?
yeah.
What you need?
Yeah, I'm still wondering whose money gets what at the end of 10 years.
You,
Do I get,
you
do
get
I
it.
get, okay, so I basically selling it to somebody else for the next 10 years. Or let's say I don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah.
So I have a commodity that's worth whatever whatever the market will bear? And if I sell it, then I get my money, but I've made 8% over that 10 years.
Right. That's the real key is what is the secondary market for these units going to be in 9 years? Is there going to be a mass, glut of inventory that comes on the market because everybody wants to get out at that point? Or as Kevin pointed out, there could be a catalyst for a new agreement with Gloria, to keep your money there and keep generating income from your unit. It just depends on each unit owner what they want to do.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe I can do some like more explanation, deep explanation about this issue. So if let's say we just do as an investment and we can do a calculation. Okay, for example, let's say a unit, they cost like a $200,000 you purchase with this unit. If let's say the contract will be signed like 7 years, 7% times 9 years. So you have to do the calculation, which 7% based on 200,000. So probably like you will take like 40 per year and times 9, which means most of the time, if you do the calculation, most of the time when the 9 years passed, you almost get back like a 7% times year, which is 63%
Oh, I
of the
see.
purchase. Yes. And if like 200,000 times 63% of the profit return, and this was the how much the return the money you kept it first. And also when 9 years later, when the contract finished, you have a choice, which means either way you release to someone else like Jason or Jackie or whatever the person who wants to purchase, take over the property from your hand based on the market price. Also, you can continue to hold the property, sign with the new contract with hotel management to let them help you to taking care of rest of the properties in the market. So after 9 years later, the purchase price probably like profit sharing probably like will be increased, because 9 years later, based on the projects, our project complete. So the market price, which means the renting will even getting higher and higher. So which means you can release to the hotel management again, or either you sell it to the second market. And after 9 years later, I'm very sure, so the second market will be even getting double price with the current price which you purchased right now, because that's the tourism casino, the tourism area. It's not like the residential area, maybe, that's too many projects to complete. But in our project in Genting Island Casino, so the piece of land actually is limited. Also, that's, so many tourism, the people goes to casino every year. So we have very strong confidence after 9 years later, the property will getting like a double if you want to sell it or you want to keep it for longer, forever. Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
other
then
thing to-
it's like, go ahead.
Sorry, let me add one thing to be thinking about, because the 9 years, the whole project takes 10 years, right? So if you think of it that way, the new towers are being released after you've already begun receiving your rents every quarter, right? And then when 9 years hits for you, it's only for those first 2 towers, because towers 3, 4, and 5, they aren't going to hit their 9-year window for another few years, because of the sequence of completion that's going to happen. So I think what's going to probably happen is, number one, 9 years is plenty of time to see appreciation, not only in the value, but also in the rents. And it's also going to give you a track record of, hey man, this investment's worked really well for me. I'm going to keep it. Or no, it's time for me to liquidate because I want to do something else.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. And so basically, as an investor, my concern is getting my capital back and a rate of return. So the rate of return looks like it's 8% or 7% or whatever it was. And at the end of the period of time, I get to sell the place and hopefully it's gone up in value. And then I walk away with my capital that I receive on the sale and the 8% that would be guaranteed or whatever in the meantime. And it was a very comfortable investment.
Yeah. And your occasional trip to Malaysia to work on your tan.
15 more days. Yes.
Or to take
per
your bath
year.
out on the balcony.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
if
the
let's
bath
say-
on the balcony.
Yeah. But if let's say you're not going to stay for the 15 days per year, you can actually sell it to your friend. You get what I mean? You can actually sell it to your friend that they're going to visit you. Not only you are the one who's going to stay, you are the only one can stay here, but you can actually sell your 15 days to your friend. Yeah, if you are not planned to visit Malaysia or Genting this year, you get what I mean? That is like extra pocket money for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you get what I mean? Like
Other
you,
than-
you yourself. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kevin. Other than the
Yeah, no problem.
7% guaranteed return on my investment, are there any
Yeah.
service charges or any kind of fees that I have to incur throughout the year?
Oh, yeah, definitely yes, because this is Malaysia. So for this property, you are going to pay your maintenance fee as management fee as well. So the management fee will like 15 cents dollar per square foot. You get what I mean? Like the 800 square foot unit, your management fee will be like $100 per month, right? For the maintenance fee. This maintenance fee not only to maintain your unit inside, okay, because all this furniture that incurred wear and tear, this is under the management fee, but also the common area that we were going to cover up, also the swimming pool, right? Other than that, you need to pay the quick rent and assessment. So that is a two common duty that you need to pay. So this total up, you will not more than $450 per year, because the quick land is paid to the local authority and the assessment was paid to the local state government. So one is the assessment will be like the maintenance for the common area outside the project, like the drain, like the lamp on the roadside, like this landscaping surround the area, not in the project. And then the assessment is a rental that we're going to pay to the lawyer family because this land belongs to them eventually.
Mhm.
Okay, but that's the rental lah. So other than that, it's not. Other than that, you no need to pay lah. So the water and electricity and the others, the smaller payment like water, electricity, that is covered under the operational cost.
Okay,
get what I mean? Yeah.
just to be sure, is
Uh-huh.
the return of 7% a net after expenses, or is it money that comes to us and then the maintenance or whatever you're calling it is deducted from that, which may leave us with 3% or something like that? That's just being absurd. But is it a net to us or a gross less expenses? Does the
Okay, there's two ways. If let's say we are encouraging the customer to allow us, okay, to deduct like what I say, the management fee and the quick rent assessment from your rental return, then the 7% will not be a net income. There will be a gross because we still need to deduct your maintenance fee and the clearance assessment, okay, from your income. But if you are not thinking of to authorize the management office to deduct from you, we can actually pay the 7% to you directly and you make the payment. We are trying to easy our customer. That's why
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it's depending on the customer, yes.
So the
Yeah.
7%
Actually,
growth.
let me explain more. It's about the extra the fees deduct from that 7%. So the 7% is not the net. So it's actually like US here. So we have to pay the tax every year. So kind of like a tax to pay with the government. And after deduct those kind of the government tax per year, or what the government they need to take away, and some like a maintenance, HOA, some kind of like this kind of a fees. It probably like 2.5 wrong. If I'm not wrong, Kelvin, you correct me if I'm saying wrong. 2.5% or 2.7%. It's kind of like extra, the fees will deduct from that 7%. Maybe this is what they consider it. They more considerate about that, how much the net they will get it. Yeah,
That's
this is
what-
the most
that's what
differential.
everybody-
Let me
Yeah.
do a quick calculation for you guys. Wait,
Sorry, I have one
Let me
question
do
while
a-
you're doing that, Kevin.
Yeah,
Um,
you can continue.
Sorry if this question doesn't seems like dumb, but out of the income that I get from the 7%, you're deducting a couple
2.5.
2.5 whatever. Is that including my the taxes as well, like for my income? Like, is there an income tax that I'll have to pay on top of those fees?
Okay. If
'Cause
let's say you
from
are
what
not,
I know, like in my country as a foreigner, you can't deduct. So you're gonna get taxed no matter what if you're making money in the land that you are in. So like Korea, you're getting taxed. So am I gonna be double taxed in this instance here in the US and in Malaysia?
okay, if let's say
I
you're going
get
to,
Kevin, do you have the
me-
answer
and-
with that question with the US tax issue? If not, I can explain that.
Yeah, Angela can explain that for me. Thank you.
Okay. Regarding with the tax like RIS, so they will let you to report to them the cash value, how much you have overseas, but it's not including the properties. Which means if we are living in US, so which means we don't need to report to the tax the department, which we purchase some properties at overseas. Only the things when you sell it. So when you sell your property overseas, so you have to provide it. Definitely, if you sell the property overseas, you will transfer the money. If the money back to US, okay. So you have to using the paper which to approve your money is clear, which means you taxed the properties. Only will be approved. Have to be provided that tax paper once you sell the property overseas. But at the moment, Malaysia, the government, they will tax you if you are the foreigner, okay? So if you are holding like the first property, so most of the time, based on current right now, so the government will tax you like 20% to 25% of the tax, which is the profit making, tax you profit making. If let's say you pay 500,000 and then you sell that 1 million, so you only have to be taxed that's the profit making 20 or 25%. So the government will tax you and they will give you the paper and you can transfer the money, from Malaysia to whatever the country like US or wherever the place is. So this is how it works. But during the profit, during the which is 9 years or 10 years, you're still holding the property, and that's 7%. Honest to say, Malaysia don't tax you. Malaysia don't tax you. So if you ask government whether you need to pay the overseas the tax as your income or whatever, so you have to maybe consult your CPA to asking those more professional questions even better. But Malaysia won't tax you. Yes, that's the questions. Yeah.
Okay, so then did I hear that Malaysia basically does a capital gains tax on the sale. They don't collect any tax or anything in the interim, but at the end
Okay.
of the day,
Well, she was saying the US will capital gains you.
yeah. Well, I'm wondering where they're getting their tax. Is it along the way or is it at the end? If it's at the end, it would be like a capital gains tax. And so
Does
they're going to
Malaysia
be,
tax us at all?
Okay. For me to answer you this question, eventually Malaysia have a real property gain tax. So which mean that if let's say this property is like when you buy is 220,000, and when the time you sell is like 250,000. So you make a property gains of 30,000 US dollar. So we will charge you minimum 10%, all right, of the 30%, 30,000. You get what I mean? So this is current law. But back to the year of 2010, Malaysia have no property gain tax after year number 5. So this is the current law. So this might change time from time being. Maybe 9 years later, they might have no law on this real property gain tax
yeah,
after you sell your property for 10 years, because this law is changed time to time. So I will answer you for currently, if you're selling this property as a foreigner, if you buy a Malaysian property and you gain any profit from the appreciation, you can eventually use the appreciation to deduct all your costs, including your renovation, your legal fee, whatever fee, or any other loss by selling others' property with you within the same year. You only need to pay those different only. You get what I mean? Like I have two property in Malaysia. At the beginning of the year, I sell the first property and I make loss of 30,000. And at the end of the year, I sell this property and I gain 30,000. So I just use this document to submit to the Malaysian government, and eventually I'm break even. So I don't need to pay any taxes. You get what I mean? So Malaysia is kind of flexibility on this. So another question that I would like to answer just now, when mentioning all these taxes after deduction, your net income will be like 6.7%. Just now, anyone asking a question like this means that after the 7% deduct all the costs, your net income is 6.7% after my calculation.
6.7?
Yes,
So
because
only,
it's very little. Only 0.3% of your costs.
so only 0.3 in cost.
Yes, it's very
Okay.
less. Yes.
That's a lot better than 2.5.
Yes.
All right.
It's very little cost only.
Who else has a question?
okay. So there I am sitting in the bathtub out in the doors, and who's watching me do this? Is there?
Your neighbors, your best friends.
Oh, that's a good. It's like,
499 other units are all watching you, Dick.
it's like in Malaysia's got nudist colonies.
And they all have telescopes. No, Kevin made it very clear. Your use of that bathtub was to surf social media, and preferably with some sort of swim trunks on.
Yeah.
Try not to naked yourself at the bathtub. That is illegal in Malaysia. You can check it with bikini or underwear.
That would really suck, Dick. You invest and then you get thrown out of the country because you were naked in your bathtub. And then on top of that, you'd have to pay a year worth of rent to get out of your contract anyway. So
Oh no.
well,
But
Kevin,
one thing good about
go ahead.
but one thing good about Malaysia, to use a drone in Malaysia, we have to get the local authority approval. Like police officer, only we can use drone. So no need to be worried on any this kind of like videoing or any other thing. So Malaysia are quite safe right now.
Good to know. Good to know. Well, we really appreciate your time this morning, Kevin. We can't thank you enough. And if we compile another list of questions for you, we'll send them to Angela and she can forward them on to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
perfect.
Kindly
Perfect.
send me more question. So because I might not able to answer every question in the same time, because the language even though I'm speaking English, but the word and the verb I'm using might not able to sometimes you might not understand. You can try to send a list of questions to Angela, and then we will try to answer in black and white, so that try to make everyone understand, right? So very welcome for you guys to have more questions to me. We will try our best to answer every question.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Greatly
your time.
appreciate. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank
Right.
you, everybody.
So,
By the way,
thank you, everyone.
is there any questions we didn't ask that we should have?
Okay. One thing. Yeah, I think there's one question that you didn't ask, but I should tell you. First, okay, 22,000 is the price of buying this property.
The suspense.
Okay, but according to Malaysia state concern, for Pahang stage, that will be 2% or 100,000, whichever is higher. But this cost, I talk about ringgit Malaysia. 100,000 means 25,000 US dollar, right? That cost will absorbed by the developer. So we were going to pay the foreigner consent for you, but you have to pay for one cost. That is the memorandum of transfer, which means that we change the name, the belonging of this unit from developer to your name, to under you.
Yeah.
So that is the fee you're going to pay.
Yeah.
It's like 4% of 4% of the selling price.
Yeah.
But just
We
That's
call-
once a time.
We call
Yeah.
that an escrow fee.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Yes.
So
So
plus
that is the fee
4%
of the selling price. That means that 4% of 220,000, maybe like
$800.
is it no 8,000 $8,000
$8,000.
because 200 and
8,000 around.
$8,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, around 8,000. So that one will change the belonging of this unit from the developer to you. Right.
Gotcha.
So one more question that I need to help you is, under Malaysia law, if this unit is still under construction, you cannot sell it to anyone. This is the question that people might ask, that I can buy this unit now, but maybe 3 months later I might think of I'm regret that I want to sell it to other. Cannot. We can't do that because Malaysia law, we are not allowed any secondary sales progress ongoing when it's still under construction. And then one more thing I'm going to tell you is for each and every unit, we can actually accept 1 to 4 purchaser. So which means the time when you sign the sales and purchase agreement, there can be 1 person or up to maximum 4 person. Then all of them have to above the age of 21, according to Malaysia. So you can put this unit under the name of father, dad, mom, and the 2 kids. But all of them might have to be at the age of 21 and above. So this is some of the common law in Malaysia.
You can't buy real estate if you're under 21.
Yes,
So-
you can't buy.
We should probably also today talk about kind of the mechanics, Angela, like what's the paperwork going to look like? What is the payment schedule, etc.? If we have people that want to buy these, what's the timing of that? Are they paying upon completion, or they're paying well ahead of that and then just waiting for the units to be completed? Should we keep Kevin on the line for that discussion, or is that more from you?
Okay, Kevin, maybe you can just directly to answer the questions about like payment
Payment
processing.
scheme.
So yes,
Yeah.
payment scheme.
Okay. Okay. So there's two payment method for us in IBN Highlands City. The very first.
Kevin, excuse me for a while. Kevin, 我们不 讲那一个分期付款的那一个，我们直接讲就是说我们的 payment 第一个是给20%的，然后就后面跟着工程，你不要把第一步就直接是20%的，然后不要乱，因为美国的市场我全部都是说第一次的 payment 全部都是20%的 payment， 然后后面的再照我们的工期算。
I can't believe you told him that.
It's
sorry
like
about
yeah, we have to like I have to know what he really, the latest.
Yeah,
So okay,
I'm just
okay,
messing
Kevin,
with
you
your
can
mind.
Kevin, go ahead.
黄总，那个我觉得这样子，因为呢，我这边呢是一次性付款跟工程进度，所以呢，你看我只是讲一次性付款就好了。然后我们的工程一次性付款是30%哦，不是20哦。
30，那你就讲30。So
那我
一次
就讲一次
性付款是
性付款
30，
然后
先付
70，
30，然后后面70，什么时候付？然后一次性付款会有一个就是折扣价，然后那个工程进度照工程进度的就不要讲了。OK。
All right. So So for Malaysia, there is two payment method. The one of the payment method is for me, Malaysian only. Okay, because we are taking loan from the bank, so that's why mortgage from the bank. So foreigner, you cannot enjoy the benefit. So I'm so sad on that. So we are not going to talk about that one. So another payment scheme is for the foreigner. So what we call is a one-off time payment. So how about the one-off time payment being progressed is like today you are visiting our gallery and you think that this unit is suitable for you to have your investment. So what you need to do is you can pay 5,000 US dollar for the booking fee to book this unit, right? To have a reservation of this relevant unit. So after that, within 1 month times, you need to sign the sales and purchase agreement and the property management agreement. So upon signing those documents, you need to pay up to 30% of the total selling price. So which after deduct the 5,000 you have paid in the beginning. So after you sign this sales and purchase agreement and PMA, you have to make the full payment, okay, for the remaining 70,000 within 1 month times after the signing progress. So this is our payment method, and we will give across 16% rebate to the client. You get what I mean? So this is the price of like 225,000 for this unit. Then I will give you a 16% discount. Then that will be the net price. Then you pay 5,000 for the reservation. Then upon sign the document within 1 month time, so pay the remaining 30%. Then after you sign the agreement, you have to pay the remaining 70%. So within 2 months time, you have to settle 100% payment, right?
Or 84% because you're going to give me a 16% discount, right?
No, after the discount. So we when I talk about 70/30 is after the 60% discount.
Okay.
So wait, after the 16% discount, okay, so the remaining we make it 100%.
Yeah.
So 30% upon the sales and purchase agreement and the property management agreement, and another 70% after within 1 month after the progress. So that is it. Just simple and easy.
How much time between the booking fee and the purchase and sale agreement and the property management agreement being ready to sign?
Okay,
Within
if let's
1
say
month.
1 month?
okay, if okay, well, the thing is like that. If let's say you are visiting today, you have made your decision and you are going to fly back after next week, I can make you can sign the agreement anytime within the 1 month time. You can sign the document within any time of 30 days. So I can assign the lawyer to prepare the document on the next day, and we can meet up in the afternoon and sign for the sales and purchase agreement or the PMA. If let's say you have you have a lot of customers that are coming today, like you have a tour of 15 people visiting us on the spot, then eventually you tell me, hi Kevin, I might have 3 customers that they're going to buy today, and they plan to sign the SPA on the spot, then I will ask the lawyer to stand by at the gallery so they can sign right now, or they can sign next day at the hotel. So I can arrange anything, but just remember the period of time is after the reservation, you have 30 days to complete the sales and purchase agreement progress, and another 30 days for the full payment progress.
Okay, so I love how you think it's all, hey, we can do this super fast, but some clients like to drag things out. So in the worst case scenario, it's a total of 2 months, right? If they took all of the
Yes.
30
Yes.
days to sign and then 30 days for the balance to be paid.
Yes, correct.
Right. And then the next question is about the timing of it, because these first 2 towers won't be done for 15 months. Are they doing all this in the next 30 days because we're starting to market and we may have takers right away? And then they're just waiting 15 months or 14 months, or what's the timing like?
Okay. So because our estimated completion date will be like end of 2024. So after your payment, so we will send you the progress update every 2 weeks to 1 month's time. We will send you guys the progress update. At least you can see the progress. So until the units were completed, we will send you a letter to inform you that this unit was ready. So you can come and collect your key. That at the time when you collect your key, you check any defect on this unit, like maybe the wall is not painted in a good manner, or the floor tile is not in a good manner. This is under warranty for 2 years. So on the spot you can check, and then we will
You're
repair.
breaking up
They need
very
6 months time for
severely.
all. Only the
Yeah.
yes. Sorry again.
We need to make sure the Wi-Fi is good in Malaysia.
Yeah, I guess,
I think my
Broken?
line. Okay. Broken.
I
Hello.
think
Yes.
you're back.
Kevin, you just need to repeat okay,
Hello.
actually cut the
Yeah. Let me.
okay, cut it short, which means okay, after you sign the purchase agreement until hand over the key, during the 15 months the period, most likely we will keeping to sending the client like a status how okay the construction goes to. So until you come over to collect the key, or you don't need to come over, because we just hand over the key to the hotel management. They will help you to manage your hotel. Of course, you can welcome to come over to double check the quality, or you just like our staff to help you to check any like the defending parts like a sofa, bed, or whatever, curtain, any broken or whatever. You can authorize us help you to do the checking if you are not coming to Malaysia to hand over the key. Yeah, this is the answer.
So don't you think a lot of investors are going to prefer to wait rather than tie up 220,000 and not get a 7% return for 15 months?
Sorry, my line is broken. Can you repeat again?
So what I'm asking, and Kevin, are you able to hear me all right?
I can hear you now. Yours just now was broken.
Don't you think that the typical investor is going to want to wait to buy it until it's closer to completion, because for the next 15 months there isn't going to be any rents coming in?
Yes.
Okay. For my point of view is, if let's say you are going to buy any particular unit, when the time is complete, all right, there's 2 things might be happen. The first thing is there are less unit that you can be choice from what you think of, because right now we have left like 80 over unit, right? So when the time being, our sales progress is keep going on, and maybe at the time like we have 2 more months to complete, then a
Was Mike shut off?
okay. No, sorry, just now I have a phone call coming in. Sorry, all right. So if let's say when the customer they are stuck right now, they're not going to buy now, and they think of I'm going to buy the 2 months, 2 more months 2 more months before they complete. What thing will happen is first you might have no unit to choose anymore. Maybe you have I have left 1 to 2 units that you have no choice. And secondly, we ourselves as a developer, we will increase the price according from stage to stage, because we were going to launch Tower 3 and 3A at the next year. So we might think of to increase the price. Okay, right now, maybe later. So actually, Malaysia government allowed the developer to increase the selling price within this period of time. So like us previously, our price for the launching price and our current price now is quite a big different, because when the time we launch, we sell at a much more lower price, and now the price was increased. So
Already.
maybe 10 years, maybe 10 months later, we will increase the price again, because I'm going to launch another new tower. So that's what will happen.
A lot of the
I think
a lot of the builders here in the US will schedule their price increases well ahead of time. So have you guys sort of charted out what you intend to do with the pricing?
No, we will not tell anyone that we were going to increase the price soon, because even though this is on schedule, but there is a tactic that we use to play around with the customer. I might not tell, if I tell you that, hey, I'm going to increase the price next month. So what happened is you will buy it all in this month, then after next month, I might have no sales. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to tell the public when I'm going to increase the price. When the time being, I'll just increase.
Yeah, no, I understand all that, and I don't expect you to publish that. I'm just trying to figure out how strategic you are. How many units have you sold already?
We sold out because each block for Tower 1 have 244. So 2 blocks together is 488 units. We're like selling off like 300 over units. Now we have left over like 100 to 80 to 100 units right now, because some of the units are duplex. So I'm not counting it, in. So it's like 80 over units.
So about 300 have been sold already?
Yeah, yes, 300 over in being sold.
Okay.
So most of our clients are from all around the world: Malaysian, Hong Kong, China, Singaporeans.
Can buyers elect what floor they want to buy on?
If let's say I have unit, if let's say I have the unit available for that floor, because like this unit, this type A, we have 2 units per floor. Like the dual key unit, we have 4 units per floor. So if let's say that floor is fully sold out, that you have no choice to choose on other floor.
Based on that was sales chart, so we can tidy up, the sales chart for you, Eddie, which we still can selling right now. Later, after that, Kelvin will clear up, the sales chart for me. So I will give it to you.
Okay, that'd be great. Because I think some people want to be as high on the building as they can be. Others are the opposite. Some people want to face west, some want to face east. You know how that goes.
But I will recommend, like, based on these projects are slightly little bit different, like US, if we choosing the properties for our self-living. So someone like, I like a high views, I like to see the, east or west. But don't forget, this is most probably for invest, which is like a hotel renting. So actually, it's not that considerate about the phasing, which means the client, they don't need to put more effort to looking for some which they're interested, unless they really want to come over to living there. Otherwise, just like a hotel, doesn't matter. The only things that matter is about like the purchase price, which means if you put the lower price, which means like a 200, then you will get 200,000, the 77%. If you want to get the 300,000, then you will get 300,000, 7% of the return, get more higher. Right. It's kind of like, how much the money you put into the bank and how much the return interest you will get it. Actually, the client, just consider about how much the money, the cash flow you had, and how much you want to put in this project to do as investment. That's it. So the flooring phasing is not the big deal. It's not that important issue during this investment, the project, unless the person, the client, they really wants to live in, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Does it
my
make
last,
sense? Yeah.
my last question is, would it be possible to get drafts of the purchase and sale and the property management agreement as well as the deed? Or I forget the term you used, Kevin, but just so we can get familiar with those forms.
And
Yeah, by
expense
this
model.
by these parts,
let me
I will
answer.
say we will only provide like the sample, like how we purchase the when the client wants to purchase, then we will send the PDF for the for printing the contract. But some of the things is actually we have to sign, which means client face to the lawyer. So the lawyer will holding the contract until the client wants to sign. They will send it to client to review all of the contracts and highlight any corrections and directly to ask the lawyer when they sending the agreement at that moment. But before that, the contract we want send to the customer, unless they already make the booking fees. They get ready for sign the purchase agreement. Otherwise, we are not providing the contract to the clients.
Well, and the reason I ask is everybody on this call is a realtor, and we are not in the habit of asking people to sign documents that we haven't had a chance to read ahead of time. And so it would help us to sell with conviction if we were able to say, hey, we've vetted the documents and everything is above board and straightforward. But if we have to wait for the first purchase, I mean,
based on this request, I will discuss with my team first. Then I will give you the final confirmation. See what I can do the best help to you. Okay, let you to go work as well. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and
even if you need,
welcome.
even if you need to redact some of it, we're not trying to get proprietary information. We're just trying to get familiar with the documents.
I
We would have
understood. So
to-
I will discuss with the team and then we'll get back to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
All of the real estate documents that we have been passed by the attorneys and everything, and make sure that everybody's protected equally. So
Exactly.
This is the same thing. We just haven't seen them yet. That's all.
yeah,
And I just think it's going to be a bit of a novelty, right, for a typical U.S. investor to buy something in Malaysia, and they're going to be like, well, what am I signing? What is the paperwork like?
Okay, I will have a meeting, discuss with my team, and see what kind of even with the lawyer team, and see what kind of the documents we can send it to you guys to like easy work for your clients first. Okay, I will get back to you.
Appreciate that.
Sure. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
And
sure.
my last question is, it sounds like this is a 100% cash transaction. There is no financing. If I want to come up with 50% down, it's in a foreign country. If I want to come up with 50% down, is there any financing available for me in your country? Or do I?
Unfortunately, for foreign, we don't provide the bank loan, mortgage, no. So we only provide we just separate the payments as 2 months, which actually 3 steps. The first step is $5,000 kind of like a booking fees to log in with a unit, which is interesting. So the second one was like a 30%. So the first phase of the payment, and the rest of the 70 after signing agreement, another 30 days, which are month. So the payment processing was complete. We are here, the government unfortunately not provided any mortgage for foreigner because we have no record. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was getting that impression.
Okay.
All right. I'm done.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin, and thank you, Angela. We really appreciate your time this evening, or this morning, I
Yeah.
should say.
Yeah, thank you everybody to being the meeting
Thank
with
you much.
us.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
We look forward to
Okay.
continuing the conversation. You folks have a nice day.
All right.
Yeah,
Right.
starting the nice day. And have a good night with everybody here.
Yes,
Nice to meet
you as well, Angela.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.